Hey everyone, Jody DeLynn here. I'm back. I wanted to just kind of hop on here and create kind of a reference point type video. We are in the thralls of November. November is our absolutely highest retail month of the entire year. In fact, I went and looked back last year at my November stats, and I almost hit pink just in my own personal retail, not even anybody underneath me. So gear up. It's time to gear up, and it's so exciting. I hope everybody is really, really, really excited and stoked. It's going to be a great month. It's going to be a flurry of activity, and that always, creates momentum, and it's just very exciting. So during this time, I felt compelled to kind of put this together, kind of title it, making sure that we are in business mode rather than consumer mode. Always when you're making your choices, you want to do it from a business perspective. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Most of us, I don't know about y'all, but most of us have never owned our own business before. We're not featured in Forbes magazine, that sort of thing. So, I may not always have the highest PRS in the company or the top rank, but what I do have is 14 years of self-employment history. So I wanted to offer my insights to help put focus in your businesses, and I'm always here to help in any way possible. So basically, we didn't spend $100,000 to buy this business and operate it. We spent $99. And I think sometimes because we were so blessed in having such a low startup cost, that we don't approach things in a more business-minded manner. Okay, we're not operating a lemonade stand here. It's a business, and it's a fun, rewarding, crazy. You get to do all kinds of creative things, and I can't believe this is my job. Business, but it's still business. So going forward and making good business choices that are going to have a positive effect, not only on your customers, but your business as a whole and your reputation. So, sorry, I have notes here. Excuse me. First and foremost, I've noticed that in some groups, not in this group, but in some groups, where folks are not always into the customer kudos every month, and that's fine. This point of this video is not for me to tell you what to do. I'm nobody. I'm just providing business insight. I always feel like I want to get that customer kudos. Why? First of all, they're offering either current products at a bundled discount, or they're offering a free product when you buy whatever it is. How is that helpful to your business? Instead of thinking, well, I don't need Shine Wipes, so I'm not going to buy the 3 cream shadows to get that for free. Or, I have the lip stains that I like, I don't want to, get the lip gloss for free. Instead of having maybe that mindset, turn it towards, how can this benefit me? And my business. You can purchase the kudos every month, and you can totally break it up and sell it for full retail price, okay? Like the cream shadows. I mean, if you weren't personally going to use that for yourself, you could break that up, sell each or all the cream shadows to one person, sell the Shine Wipes to somebody else for full price, and that basically, those Shine Wipes were free, almost. So that's 100% profit for you in your business, okay? So that's what I'm talking about when we're approaching things and how we look at them. Look at it from a business perspective. Or if they're not offering a free product, if it's just a discount on product, you can resell these items when you receive them to your local customers for profit, okay? Or use them for hostess gifts, or use them as giveaways in your parties, or to reward if you have a really, really awesome customer that's always buying from you and always referring people to you. Do things like give them a cream shadow, give them a mineral pigment, give them a lip gloss for no reason. Just, I so appreciate your business and all that you have brought to it. So please accept this. I really, really appreciate you as a customer. And that brings me to another point. Make sure that you are always thanking your customers. I personally have always just done thanking them through, you do the little post, thank you, and tag them and for buying this, whatever. I think I am going to, for some of my really good customers, I think I am going to start doing handwritten thank you cards and sending it to them. I think that is really added value. That makes their experience that much more amazing. So we want to be a value added business. Okay, why should they buy from us? There are 300,000 presenters out there. There's cosmetics everywhere. Why am I going to buy from you? And that's customer experience. Okay, so for example, for years, when I would get my oil changed, I would go to, Econo, Thrifty, dollar store, whatever establishment, the cheapest possible place to get my oil changed. And I didn't think anything of it. And then one day, a friend of mine was looking under the hood to help me out with something, and a screwdriver was left in there. Not good, Bunky, not good. So I chose to go to, I'm not sure if this is a national chain, but I go to Jiffy Lube, which is way more expensive, $40-50 for an oil change instead of $16, $20. But you know what? It's the experience. They open my car door when I arrive. They escort me into the waiting room. It's the customer service is amazing. And so I'm willing to spend the $45-50 for my oil change because of the experience. It's a pleasant experience, and I trust them. Same with like Les Schwab. Same kind of thing. You want to have that mindset that you are treating your customers like gold. You're rolling out the red carpet. So if that means if they're local to you, that you hand deliver a product instead of shipping it to them or directing them to your website, make it convenient for your customers. The more convenient you can make the experience and buying from you, the easier you can make it, the more likely they're going to do it. We live in a fast food microwave. I want it now. I don't want to wait. I don't want it to be a pain in the butt. I just want an easy experience. So if you can run over on your lunch break and deliver and grab payment from them at that time, amazing. They're going to love that. They're going to love that. And make sure that I would recommend having some sort of, gift bag or some sort of presentation and not just throwing the unique box at them. I mean, it's fine if you do. I just think that, like I said, you're creating an experience. You're making them feel special. And when you are delivering or cash and carry or whatever, if you don't already have either a PayPal or Square card reader for your phone, I highly recommend, highly recommend getting that for your phone. It's free. It's free to get the card reader. The app is free. It is super easy. I used it in my previous industry. It works like a dream. And at the end of the year, you can go in and you can look at your reports and all of that. I do have a comment because I've seen this in other groups where, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but when you run those cards, it charges you or takes out of the amount being swiped, it takes out a 2.75% processing fee, and that's how they make their money, right? So I have seen debates in other groups on do I charge that $1, $2, whatever to my customer, or do I, just not? And this is, again, my personal opinion. Your business, do whatever you want to do. My personal opinion is that we do not charge the customer that credit card processing fee. And we take that hit ourselves, 50 cents, a dollar, whatever it is. Couple reasons. I don't know if you've ever gone into like a coffee shop or been at the fair and you've made a purchase and there's a little sign that says it's going to charge you $1 or $3 to run your credit card. It's fine, but it kind of feels a little icky too. Like, why do I have to? I don't do that at my restaurant or my gas station. I don't have to pay $1. So for me personally, I don't. And here's the second reason why. It's a tax write-off, okay? And you ladies that have not, and gentlemen, that have not ever been self-employed, okay? You want your tax write-offs. You want your tax write-offs, okay? You're not getting taxes taken out of your commissions right now. And if you do earn enough in a year, you're going to get your 1099 issued through Unique Corporate, or I apologize if that's the wrong entity. And you have to claim that on your taxes. So you don't get hit with a tax bill. You want to offset that by having tax write-offs, okay? Like a credit card processing fee. And that is easy because it's little tiny chunks at a time, and you will get used to it, I promise you. But you're giving a value-added service to your customer. Most people don't carry cash and checks any longer. Some do, but most people use their debit card or their credit card. So you're providing an extra service that makes it more convenient for them to buy from you, which is what we want, right? Other things to kind of keep track of. Like I said, I've switched industries, so talk to your accountant, but it is my opinion that your cell phone, that is a business expense. You work, you call customers, you place orders. Some people only use, their cell phone. So your cell phone bill should be a write-off. Your internet at home should be a write-off. If you are making deliveries, keep track of your mileage. Deliveries, or driving to vendor events, or driving to meetups or home parties. Any 100% business related mileage, keep track of. It is a tax write-off. Sometimes, this is one that I'm iffy on. I don't know if this directly translates, but in my previous industry, the portion of my physical home, and I own my home, that I am using for business purposes, like my computer desk, storage of product, records, any paper, anything business related, that square footage of your home, you may be able to deduct portions of like your power, gas, water bill. But again, I don't know if that directly applies, so please talk to your accountant. But be business-minded. If you buy gift bags to present product in, that's a write-off. If you buy those sampler containers or computer paper to print off flyers or gift certificates, or when you buy your business cards, or if you buy the banners, the 6-foot banners that you can show at the vendor events or your tablecloth or any display items. Keep track of those receipts because that should be a write-off. Like I said, you want as many of those. Advertising. Yes, advertising too. If you're boosting posts on Facebook or any sort of marketing or advertising, that should count towards some of that. Okay, this is the holiday season, right? Offer to gift wrap your mascaras, or if somebody buys a gift for another person, offer to deliver it to them gift wrapped. You can get those cute cellophane bags, tie it with a purple purple ribbons, and make it all fun and creative. I found some really cute purple glitter snowflakes, really, really thin snowflake ornaments that I'm going to tie onto the cellophane bags for any gifts that are purchased by my locals. Offer that as a free service. One less thing that your customer has to worry about. I'm sorry, this is getting long. Don't be, okay, let me see. When I first started this business, it was all about social media and all about online parties. Okay, and I tried that for a while, and for me personally, it is not my most successful avenue of my business. Will I still do them? Yes, absolutely. That will never go away. Facebook will never go away completely. There are other avenues to take. If something's not working for you, don't throw up your hands and say, ugh, this business doesn't work. It doesn't work. Change it up. Switch it around, Do office meetups, do in-home parties, do silly videos, try boosting a post, create a special event for your most valued customers for, Black Friday, or maybe a few days before and after, and offer these special VIP kids special savings, like maybe you don't get commission, maybe you just charge what you would be charged for the item. For example, a palette, instead of $49, it would be $39, or something like that. Offer them the super secret, just be creative, try something new. And that helps to keep things fun and exciting for you, and fun and exciting for your customers. I feel like we're kind of in the business of entertaining, informing, and just making this a good quality experience. Boring old just graphics at an online party all the time may not be the most successful avenue. And I just don't want people to get frustrated and give up. What are you good at? I'm a goofball. I'm a big geek, nerd. So I make fun of myself a lot, and I'll do funny, silly videos, okay? That works for me. May work for you too. Maybe you are really amazing, almost professional level makeup artist, Do looks, do portfolios of customers. Say, hey, I really need to get photos for my, my portfolio. Would you mind coming over for a free makeover? And I could add you to, you'd be helping me out. I would so appreciate that. Just let your mind wander. You can do whatever you want to do. Maybe your doctor's office has when I used to work for a chiropractor, they used to do a canned food drive every year. Maybe you could have a small display table for their, canned food drive special event. I don't know. I'm just going off the cuff now. But be creative. Be business-minded rather than consumer-minded when you're making your choices. Like when you're choosing like vendor events, if you're choosing to get the customer kudos, make sure that it's a big picture. In the big picture, is this going to add to the value of my business? Okay. For example, vendor events. A lot of presenters are scared of or don't want to put in the expense to do vendor events. 2 thoughts on that. If you're going to do vendor events, be picky. I was I was willing to do anything, anytime, anywhere, you know, whatever. We don't want to be spending money needlessly. But if you think about this two ways, there's two types of events, okay? There are like your big events, like the fair, the like car expos and home shows. These are events when that person, that consumer walks through that door, their mind is not on, I'm going to buy something today. They're looky-loos, right? They want something to do to distract them on a Saturday. They'll spend a couple hours walking from booth to booth. They're going to grab cards and any samples or free whatevers in their little bag, and they're going to go home and they're going to forget about it because they're not in the purchasing mode. That's not the type of event that's going to be in a purchasing mode, at least in my area, okay? I'm not ever telling you not to look into any vendor events. You always want to know how many people are going to be walking through the door, how successful was it, that sort of thing, and cost, right? The other type of event is something that's very, very specifically themed, like a bridal show, like I'm doing What a Girl Wants. Craft shows, holiday bazaars. These people that are walking through the door are looking for stuff to buy, are looking to purchase something. So just keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to do vendor events. Don't be afraid to invest a little bit of money. And I've had them as cheap as $10, and I've heard of people spending $1,500. Unless I had a team, a big group, I probably wouldn't do that myself. But those are tax write-offs too, you guys. So don't let the price, I would like to speak specifically because I've definitely seen this where folks are like, well, I just don't know if I'm going to recover my money if I do that, you know. There's no way I could sell that many mascaras. And that's not how your mind should be thinking necessarily. Yes, you want to be able to sell mascaras. And Black Status presenter Ella Whitaker, she's kind of the vendor queen. You should look her up on YouTube, Unique by Ella, E-L-A. If you want to do vendor events, she has a 4-part series. She also had a convention training, absolutely amazing. And she said, don't bring 600 mascaras with you, okay? One mascara per about 100 people that walk through the door. That blew my mind. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm gonna have a line of people that are, 25 deep wanting to buy this. I think that is a fairly decent average. Again, assess it for yourself, talk to other vendors to see what they're doing or what their experience was. But in my brief experience in this industry doing that seems to be about appropriate depending on the event. So if there are gonna be 200 people, I would bring 2 to 4 mascaras total. But what was I saying? Don't be afraid, so don't worry necessarily about, are you going to recoup at the event from purchases at the event, recoup the cost of your booth fee? This is why. That's not the end of the story there, okay? You want to do big picture. In the big picture, yeah, maybe I spent $75 for this booth, but because of the drawing that I did, I now have 60, 100, 200 contacts now that I can reach out to. They could be customers, they could be hostesses, they could be presenters. So what does a $75 investment, what big picture wise, what could that mean in the future? So always look at things big picture wise. If you're really, really serious about building business, that big picture I think is huge. Okay. And my last tip, and I apologize, you can throw eggs at me next time you see me, for this video being so long. I have a saying, it's motion creates motion. I don't know where it came from. I probably stole it, but I started saying that years ago when I was starting up my previous business. Always be involved in your business. What does Erica say? If you're not posting, if you're not contacting, nobody knows that the store is open. She says it differently and better. But motion in your business creates motion in your business. And it may not always be a direct, like, I contact this customer about the new splurge and she buys the splurge. If you are doing tasks and you're consistent, you know, you may contact somebody to buy the splurge and they say no, but randomly from the side, you know, your cousin asks, you know, wants to buy a mascara. Or somebody contacts you to do a party, or, you know, whatever. I don't know why it works. I don't know how it works. It's probably one of those big universe things. Motion creates motion. If you are contacting, you know, entities about their vendor events, if you're messaging customers, if you are talking to your team, if you are, or being available to answer questions, you know, for your team, if, you know, if all that stuff, making posts, making videos, making your own pictures using your own products. I don't know why it works, but it does. Being consistent, and I know that's definitely been the topic that a lot of that we've been learning about over the last few months. So anyway, stay in motion, stay creative, stay business-minded, create that added value service for your customers. They will stay with you and they won't want to go anywhere else. I mean, at vendor events, I can't tell you the number of people that talked to me and said, yeah, my presenter moved away, or I never heard from him again, that sort of thing. So, you know, that's not good customer service. So you want those folks that are going to be with you for a long, 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 long time. All right, if you guys have any questions, if something didn't make sense, if you need further clarification, or if there's anything that I can do, please let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.